Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the LRS Stock Car Series. We're here for round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, round 7. Wait, no, round 8. Excuse me. This is round 8. Hold on, I'm getting stupid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, it is round 8. I got a bit mixed up, but it is round 8, and it is none other than the Lyrical record 60 at Kansas. As currently taking a look at the standings, Shiny up front with a total of 46 points, over 10 points ahead. So she could DNF this race and still be up front. MTL in second with 34 points. And if we were to see MTL win, get pole position and also fastest lap, and pretty much a grand slam, then he will tie with Shiny if Shiny happened to DNF, but I doubt. Then we have Intoxicated and Demi both fighting for third place with 32 points. Kanzi not that close behind in fifth with 31 points. Then Jimmy Fuego with 30, Jack with 28, Ricky with 22, Sam with 20, and Apollo with 19, making that the top 10. Of course, there are other drivers at the bottom 10 who also have their points. But the top 10 is the more important one because that's where we'll find out who's going to be the champion of the new format of stock car, which is gonna be, it's gonna be the new thing that we're gonna do for stock car this exact way. It's about to start up the race. We're about to get ready. Keep an eye out on the upcoming races. That's where next we're gonna go to Indianapolis again, but this time the road course variant for the Wingspan Brickyard race. Then we're gonna have the LRS GT challenge for the M drivers. I'm gonna find out who's gonna be the 5th driver to join in on the Legends Endurance. And last but not least, the big one, the Daytona finale, which is going to be which we are going to see who is going to become the Season 5 stock car overall champion as opposed to AM Pro. Of course, there'll also be an AM Pro variant of like the champion. So like you have the Pro champion, AM champion, but more so the overall champion. Because that's what we're focused on for this whole season. About to get ready. For some odd reason, everything is super laggy. Hopefully it'll fix. There we go, now it fixed. So looking at JKR coming out first and starting his quali lap here at Kansas. A place I have done, I've seen test races at. It is such a good venue. And I'm so curious how it's going to be with 20 cars and little to no pitting. It's generally an absolute one-up, if not a glow-up from Phoenix. Because Phoenix, I mean, Phoenix is not good. Let's be honest. Phoenix is super terrible. But going from Phoenix to Kansas, it's insane how much that changed. But yeah, Phoenix is gone. We don't drive there anymore. It's not that good of a place either. But Kansas instead is way better. And now we have a really good schedule. Of course, there's a lot of road courses in the schedule too. But hey, it's really good if we do have road courses. As MTL gets the fastest time. Slow not hit Jim Fuego, I think, over there, or Kanzi. But MTL currently with a pole position with a 34-12 under his name. And I'm curious of if we're gonna see a lot of what's it called? We're gonna see a lot of drafting and people getting quick times like that. I doubt it, but I wouldn't be surprised if there happens to be a strategy like that. As JK gets second. Beautiful, beautiful attempt from the Dutchman. Meanwhile, Jack in third and Danny Allison fourth. There's going to be a liminal spaces duo. Apollo along with a liminal spaces trio, in fact. Well, Apollo is not really fully on liminal spaces, but he is affiliated with it. And Ricky, pole position. Sam also on pole position with a 29.960 from Ricky and Sam, 2 milliseconds away. Sam, yeah, in second. Impressive. Meanwhile, Danny Allister in sixth, Apollo in seven. Apollo is and isn't at the same time part of Liminal Spaces racing team. He is part of the group, but he's not like fully he's not fully part of it. But he does provide support to those drivers too. As Intoxicated shoots himself all the way to third, and Apollo into fourth, MTL now fifth. Oh, whoa, multiple cars submitting their run, including Kanzi, who gets pole position so far, or provisional pole, with a 29.953. Meanwhile, Smoke here does not have a time yet. Now he does, and he is in 14th. I've been really thinking of how am I gonna do this in when the floodgates open and after Legends 1, because I do some of these commentary or some of these races, I do them like multiple times in a row, and I got super tired of it, or like I get super tired because of it, because it is a lot of energy. It's not because it's boring, it is a lot of energy that it takes to commentate, because you are fully focused into it for a long while. Like an average race of LRS or LRS stock cars, like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes, and in case of the Buckshot Bros 100 at the Brickyard, 45 minutes. So I gotta be high energy, constantly commentating for 45 minutes. My question is, how the fuck am I gonna do that when I have to do stock car, GT, Formula, and prototype, a fucking endurance series? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. If I'm not full of energy during that session, I sincerely apologize, but either way, we're gonna see good racing. That's why I'm mostly silent. I'm mostly tired from the sheer amount of commentary. And Jake, you're literally 1 millisecond away from Smoke Hero's time. Kinda hilarious. But yeah, I'll find a way. Meanwhile, I think I've already talked about this, that Apollo has won the Laguna Seca Legends, and he got the 5th spot for Laguna Seca Legends, and he has confirmed that he'll be driving the Audi LMP1 car. So we have 3 Toyotas. We have Sam in a Toyota, Scratch in a Toyota, and Smoker in a Toyota, the first, second, and fourth entrant. Or first, second, and fourth entrant. Artie, the third entrant with a Porsche, and Apollo, the 5th entrant with an Audi. Meanwhile, in the GT category, or the GT3 category, we have Metro the first. No. Shiny's the first one. Shiny's the first one. The first entrant with a well, looking at Shiny right now. Speaking about her, she's gonna drive the Lamborghini Huracan. Metro, the second entrant, is also gonna drive a Lamborghini Huracan. Slaughternaut, the third entrant, is gonna drive a Nissan GTR. JKR, the 4th entrant, is gonna drive a Mercedes AMG. And the 5th entrant, well, we have to wait for that, because that'll be soon. And then we're gonna have Daytona finale, and then after that, it's gonna be the Legends Endurance, meaning that we're gonna be racing for possibly 500 kilometers. I feel like 500 kilometers is gonna be the ultimate. It's either gonna be 500 kilometers or no. Actually, yeah. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna say 500 kilometers because in what's it called? In because I'm either thinking 200 or 250 or 500. The reason why 250 because prototype races are 200 kilometers long. And I want to make endurance or Legends endurance either 250 or 500. But I think Legends one is going to be 250 due to the lack of entrance. I mean, there's 10 drivers, and 250 or 500 is going to be Legends 2, meaning that possibly Le Mans or Spa-Francorchamps or Suzuka, one of the three, is going to be 500 kilometers. Not 500 miles, 500 kilometers, which still is a lot, but it is, I'm not going to do 1,000. I do not have the patience for that. Either way, time is ticking as we are about to have less than a minute remaining here at Kansas. I'm about to quickly tell y'all the current standings. Bottom 10, Danny Alistair, JKR, Lind Smokey, Aesop, Shiny, Artie, Jim Fuego, MTO, and Jack. And the top 10, Demi, Metro, Apollo, Zach, Slaughternaut, Scratch, Intoxicated, Sam, Ricky, and Kanzi in pole position with a 29 953 here at Kansas. JKR keeps driving, no improvement from the Dutchman. Very unfortunate for him, but it is what it is, I could say. Yes, less than half a minute remaining. And then we're going to be racing here at Kansas. Stock car really doesn't have a set kilometer amount. Formula has 75. Prototype has 200. And GT has 50. As exception, the exception is, what's it called? The only exception is Nordschleife. Because Nordschleife is just too long to, like, do 50 kilometers. Most of the races in stock car in GT is 50 kilometers. And Formula is 75 and Prototype is 200. And the longest in stock car is 100 because the Boxer Bros 100. It's actually longer than Daytona, thinking about it. As the qualifying session comes to an end. And we have our contestants, Kanzi, Ricky, Sam, Intoxicated, and Scratch is your top 5 here. As these drivers are about to get ready. And they are gonna go to the starting line and start the race. Looking at Kanzi so far. As we see Kanzi taking the lead. Coming over to the starting line. And we are about to be waving green. Racing here for 25 laps for the Lyrical Record 60 at Kansas. Oh, already a wreck over there. Into turn 2, onto the back straightaway. Intoxicated, flipping around, and that is done deal for the 16, who is now onto the grass. Luckily, he's back on the field. Hopefully. No, he stopped the car. I think he's gonna get sent back to the pits, unless he can recover the vehicle. But that is Intoxicated's run completely done for. And we're only into round 2 of 25. We're only into lap 2 of 25, and already hell has broken loose for the 16. But the battle for first has not changed either. Oh, they're slowing down a lot. Is that because of Intoxicated over there, or Kanzi's immediately gonna get ahead? Oh yeah, it is because of the 16, who is skidding the wall over there, I think. Yeah, he's stuck on the wall over there. Kanzi decides to get ahead, and now Intoxicated back onto the field. Good thing he got the vehicle back, or else it would have been a very terrible situation that we were in. And Scratch immediately getting ahead of Sam over there. Meanwhile, Kanzi and Intoxicated side to side. Intoxicated keeps hitting the wall, so I think there is something wrong with the driving of that car. Or the handling, excuse me. Oof. And now the pack is bunched up. Now the pack is bunched up together. You see MTL at the bottom getting ahead of Apollo. Immediately speared that Chevrolet ahead of the Ford. Meanwhile, Metro Chevrolet is behind Apollo's Ford, ready to overtake at any second, but I think it's going to do it at the front straightaway as opposed to the back straightaway. Oopsie. There we go. And Apollo coming by like an absolute rocket. You see MTL defending a lot into lap 4 they go. And Apollo now on the inside. He still cannot manage to get ahead of the 12, but now thanks to Demi, he could have a bit of a boost over there as he is dragging behind the 77. Looking at Smoke here losing multiple positions. And JKR now trying to get ahead of Jimmy Fuego, Kanzi's teammate. And Jimmy Fuego's teammate is in first with over 2 seconds of a lead ahead of Scratch. And that is no other than Kanzi leading Kansas today. MTL lifting the gas. He knew he had no escape, and now Jack is gonna come spearing through the field. Oh, Metro got really close with Zach over there, but he did get ahead. Slaughtered all the way in third. Wow. That's insane. And you want to know what the crazier thing is? At Kansas, the pack is still together in its lap 6. Usually a lap 6 is when like the pack loosens up. But the pack is still together. Well, I mean, like the top 6 is splitted, but like, for example, Metro is not that far from Apollo. Or Apollo's not that far from Metro. And like, so, same thing where Zach, MTL, Jack, Audi, JKR, Jim Fuego, they're all close to each other, so top 10 is still in contention today. Looking at Scratch trying to get to the bottom, and Demi immediately putting up a block, and now Scratch is gonna try again, but on turn 1. Look at Apollo getting a lot of speed at the moment. And the force right behind the 43 after that big boost that he had. Meanwhile, the pack behind JKR, including Audi, Jack, and Jimmy Fuego, is getting heated at the moment. Meanwhile, Danny Allister is about to overtake Smokero. Whoa, Smokero entering the track again. Then he had to swerve to the side real quick. Almost wrecked his car into the 95. And Yasap really trying to intervene. Back to the front, we are looking at Scratch getting ahead of Ricky, finally. After trying multiple times, and now he's going to hunt down the 69 of Slaughternaut. How would she go against the 22? Is the bigger question. Ooh, you see her really put that car aside, and now forcing Scratch to go wide, buying her some time and trying to get ahead of Sam to have Sam. Whoa, big wreck over there. They went free wide, and that is JKR and Apollo Jimmy Fuego also involved within the wreck. And JKR luckily got his car back onto the field, and Danny Allison immediately getting ahead. Apollo, however, he's done deal. Same story with Intoxicated. His day could not get worse. And Apollo getting sent back to the pits after that huge wreck with the 72. And it's all because they went free wide. Into lap 11 of 25. We are looking at Linz in 15th. Yeah, you see a lot of the tire marks on the walls. And those tire marks were from JKR and Apollo. And the other ones at before this back straightaway, those were all from Intoxicated. After he hit the wall and flipped into the grass. Looking at Slaughter on in third, managed to hold off. Yes, he managed to hold off Scratch. And Smokey and Jimmy Fuego lose side to side. Kanzi still in the lead. And it has been more than a half a lap in that, or more than half the race that he has led the race so far. And Sam also took the lead a couple times, while Kanzi has more percentage over lead at the moment. Sam is second, over 1.5 seconds behind Kanzi. Meanwhile, Metro at striking distance towards Zach. Demi at a striking distance towards Scratch. Metro left the brakes? He lifted the gas. More so stepped on the brakes. I think it's because of the debris over there, but I'm not sure. And Sam TL's also at striking distance at the moment. Could overtake Zach right there, and he definitely does. And now Audi is gonna do the same thing. And does get ahead of Zach. Zach puts a bit of a defense, but it's not gonna work. Ten more laps remaining, with Kanzi still in the lead here at Kansas for the Lyrical record 60. Linz and Smoke here close to Jimmy Fuego, but they cannot do that much either because they're out of the top 10, and Danny Alice is over 13 seconds behind Jack, which is not enough. Meanwhile, Sam is actually really close to Kanzi. The number seven's victory could be on the question. It could be. It's going to be questioned now because Sam is close. Audie now on the inside at the bottom, gets ahead of Zach beautifully and into ninth. Let's see if he could keep that ninth position because he keeps going down to 10th. Of course, he is safe enough if he goes down to 10th because Jack is too far to really strike against or to be in striking distance and get closer and overtake Zach. But I could be proven wrong. As it looks like Jack is getting closer and closer. Meanwhile, Shiny dealing with Smoke Hero behind her. And Lynn's dealing with Jimmy Fuego. Slows down and tries to get ahead, but slowed down too much. Has a bit of speed again, and now Shiny could try to overtake. Holds Smoke Hero back with all of her skill. It's now working as we have 5 more laps to go here at Kansas. And I hope the camera will actually change to the Battle of Kanzi against Sam because I really want to see that. Sam keeps getting close to Kanzi. I want to see that battle right now. But I don't think the stream will show. I don't think the broadcasting will show the battle. There we go. Now we're going to be looking at peak. Oh, it could change. Sam trying to overtake on the outside, but it's not working for him. And now he's trying to back off. He's going to go for it again. Kanzi playing the ultimate defense game right here. But Kanzi's known for defending like an absolute monster. He's an absolute defender. Like, he's one of the greatest defenders in LRS that I've ever seen. This man knows how to hold off people. Great example, I think the 1-2 in LRS Roblox era. I cannot remember, but there was a Buckshot Bros 1-2 back then, and Kanzi held off everyone else, made Jim Fuego win the race and get himself a second spot. Three more laps to go. Two more. And then we'll see if Kanzi has actually held back Sam and if he will take a victory here. Meanwhile, Shiny out of the top 10 and MTL making just an 8th spot, meaning that she will be secured for another race and she don't have to worry. I thought for a second it was a wreck over there. So a waving white flag. One more lap to go here for the audio records. The lyrical record 60 at Kansas. I got mixed up with a different race. That is Atlanta. That's audio records. This Atlanta, not Kansas. That's lyrical records. Kanzi playing the absolute monstrous game, and he held off Sam with all of his might and skill as waving the black and white checkered flag. The 7 is back in top spot, and he wins at Kansas. Sam is second, Slaughter on third, Ricky in fourth, Metro on fifth, Demi is sixth, MTL 7th, Crash in 8th, Jack in 9th, and Ollie in 10th, making that your top 10 here at Kansas. Lynn's coming home and also intoxicated a whole lap down. And Apollo also coming in. A whole lap down too, unfortunately. But that concludes the Kansas race. What a race this was. So currently taking a look at the standings we have, or the top 10, it was Kanzi, Sam, Slaughter, Ricky, Metro, Demi, MTL, Scratch, Jack, and Artie. Fastest lap was actually made by Jimmy Fuego, so it was an absolute domination from the Buckshot Bros this week, or this race. So currently taking a look at the standings, Kanzi close to Shiny at the moment. And Shiny's still in the lead with first. Kanzi really close with a second. So it's really gonna be down to the wire between those two. MTL in third with 38 points. Meanwhile, Demi in fourth with 37. And that's to get in fifth with 32. We also have Jack and Jimmy Fuego both tied with 30. Sam and Ricky both tied with 29, and Salma with 24. Making that the top 10. But of course, you got other drivers at the bottom 2, and currently Artie and Smoke here are tied for the bottom 10. And same story for. We also have it with Zach and Danny Alliser. Those were also tied. As we are about to go next to Indianapolis for the Wingspan Brickyard race. But before that, we are going to go to Coda for the LRS GT Challenge race, and we're going to find out who is going to get themselves that final GT3 spot for the Legends Endurance. So until then,